Starlight Glimmer, who seems to have lost her bangs from Season 5, as she's still adjusting to life in such a large castle and being under the apprenticeship of a princess.
Morning, Starlight.
Whoops! Sorry, Spike.
Allow me to reuse this clip from Season 1 that relates to this whole having to avert her eyes since he's not wearing clothes business.
Beg pardon, Rarity, but, we don't normally wear clothes.
I still can't believe you're letting me stay here as your pupil after everything I did.
Well, I'm not one to dwell on the past, and neither should you.
They really went all in on having Starlight be the new 7th Ranger for this show, after she almost destroyed all time and space.
I was just trying to figure out what your first friendship lesson should be.
Oh, well, it looks like you're really narrowing it down.
Oh, these are just the A's. After this, I move on to the B's.
And it was at this moment, Starlight realized her mentor was a total nerd lol.
After the theme song, Starlight meets up with Spike and the others as it seems they've been invited to the Crystal Empire to see Princess Cadence and Shining Armor's newborn baby foal.
Most things in the Crystal Empire aren't. Like how I'm a big hero there, for example.
Hey, come on now, with Spike's one thing, you at least gotta give him that.
Whenever a baby is born in the Crystal Empire, the parents bring it before the Crystal Heart. They get the purest shard of crystal they can find, then pick a crystaller to present the baby to every pony who comes. Then they all share the light and joy they feel, feeding it into the crystal that joins with the heart and increases its power.
Now it seems Twilight has the perfect friendship lesson for Starlight, to reconnect with her old long-lost friend Sunburst. Naturally, this makes Starlight go into panic mode. Cute callback from Season 1. So Starlight explains her concerns to Spike. She's nervous what Sunburst will think of her after they grew apart and she went on to, create a cult and take others' cutie marks and almost destroy the world through altering time and space.
But hey, we all do stupid stuff when we're young, right?
And Starlight's worries grow even stronger as Twilight declares that they are all going to the Crystal Empire via snowflake invitation.
Maple Jenny wine, sweet apple acres, apple trees. We make 'em for all the apples, and any pony related to Twilight is practically family.
But it's no Cloudsdale Mobile. Bam! And a fetching blanket to keep you warm.
Now it's that time of the episode where we get the obligatory main 6 doing main 6 things scene as the gang compare each of their gifts for the baby.
His crystalling sounds pretty important. I'd understand if you wanted to, wait to do a different friendship lesson when we get back.
Are you kidding? This trip is perfect. Not only do I get to see the baby and take part in the ceremony that helps maintain the magic of the Crystal Empire, but I'm starting my new pupil off with the most amazing friendship lesson ever.
Wow. Rewatching this, Starlight can't make it any more obvious that she doesn't want to do any of this, while Twilight is completely oblivious to all of that. The girls arrive in the Crystal Empire and darn, Shining Armor is so haggard. Fatherhood hit him really hard.
Being a father is amazing and wonderful and amazing and confusing and amazing, but surprising too, I mean, now that you would know, I know,
Starlight tries to get out of her friendship lesson again by suggesting that Twilight go and meet her new niece, but instead she sets Starlight up with Spike, who will help her with reconnecting with Sunburst. They all take off, and Twilight is ready to meet the baby, while Shining falls asleep standing up. Because he a horse. Once again, Starlight tries to get out of reuniting with her old friend by fueling Spike's ego and getting him to recount how he saved the Crystal Empire. Not that the strategy works.
I know you're nervous about seeing Sunburst, but it says right in step 3 to, deal with your fears by facing them, not by putting it off.
Heh, he knew what she was doing the whole time. Back with the main 6, they see the baby for the first time, and she's, what, an alicorn? And this is something they've never experienced before in Equestria. What?
But I thought alicorn wings had to be earned by accomplishing some great princess-worthy deed.
Yeah, how can you just be born with them?
The birth of an alicorn is something Equestria has never seen.
In all honesty, I really didn't have much of a reaction to rewatching this, because they didn't really do a whole lot with Flurry Heart in the series. I mean, they quite possibly did more with her in the comics, but this whole alicorn baby thing wasn't really all that explored in the rest of the show, outside of a small handful of episodes.
They consider shutting the crystalline down because the baby's OP level magic, but they agree to keep it going, with Twilight and Pinkie hanging back to help with the baby, while the others will help Shining Armor prepare for the crystalline.
All right, take it easy. Pinkie can stay here with me and keep an eye on the baby.
Back with these two, Spike and Starlight make it to Sunburst's house, and it seems he's a bit of a recluse who spends most of his time working on magic indoors, and he's just as awkward as Starlight. Plus, he's decked out with a sweet cape, goatee, and glasses.
Oh my god, he's a Brinny.
So, the Princess of Friendship wants you and I to be friends again?
I know. Weird, right?
Oh, I don't understand. Did something happen to you after I left for magic school?
What? No! I don't see what that has to do with anything. Why would you even ask that?
Oh, these two are so delightfully awkward together, it's easy to see how they got shipped so many times. I mean, come on. Starburst is their shipping name. It was too obvious! Meanwhile, Shining Armor is so stressed out and not able to make any decisions for the crystalline, while Pinkie and Twilight struggle to keep the baby's magic under control. But just as it seems things are starting to go right, the baby wails and causes the crystal heart to shatter into a million tiny pieces.
Without the heart, the Crystal Empire is about to be buried under a mountain of ice and snow.
What? They're all about to die and they have this Bugs Bunny xylophone hijinks music for the credits? What is that?
Continuing into part 2, it seems without the crystal heart, the Empire will be hit with a massive blizzard, which leads to a common that word about this premiere. The lack of any real villain. I mean, we've had Nightmare Moon, Discord, Starlight, and even Sombra, and now Storm Clouds. So it seems they took a page out of Season 4's premiere and made the antagonist more of a natural threat.
Hell, you would think they could bring back the Wendigus if they went with the snowstorm thing.
With these guys, Starlight eventually leaves Sunburst's home after Spike mentions that they should tell an embarrassing secret about themselves. And of course, both of them can't muster up the gumption to be honest with one another.
Come on, Spike.
The princesses take to the sky to fend off the storm, while our heroes will search the castle's library to find a spell that can fix the crystal heart, and the others inform the masses that they need to get somewhere warm.
I'm the one Sunburst doesn't want to be friends with.
I don't remember him saying he didn't want to be friends.
He didn't have to say it.
Well, Twilight obviously thinks you're worth being friends with, and I do too.
Oh, thanks, Spike. At least I have two friends, even if one of them has dragon breath.
Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy try to inform the crowd of what they should do, but they all refuse to leave because they're just too excited about the crystalline.
Honestly, I don't know if there's gonna be a crystalline. The truth is, the baby's an alicorn, and her magic's plumb crazy, so you might not want to be that close after all.
A baby alicorn? Wow, I can't wait to see that!
She sounds a lot younger than she looks.
Meanwhile, with the others, they have trouble rounding up the baby, and just as it seems they've found the answer to fixing the crystal heart, the baby accidentally causes a magic beam that destroys the book that has the spell in it. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs! Cadence declares they must evacuate every pony from the Empire before the storm gets even worse. After Starlight mentions Sunburst being an all-powerful and important wizard, Cadence says he might have the answers to all of this. And it's here where Starlight finally reveals the truth about her past, and Sunburst reveals that he's not really a master wizard.
We don't have time to argue. Princess Cadence has decided to evacuate the city.
But the crystalline...
I don't know if we'll ever have another crystalline again. The crystal heart is shattered.
So the crowd finally stop being stubborn and every pony flees to the train station. And to think, all it took was just being honest with every pony. So now that Starlight and Sunburst finally open up and properly reconnect, it's time to save the Empire, as it seems that even the princess's magic isn't enough to calm the storm.
Yeah, cue obvious the princesses are useless comment here.
But leave it to old Sunburst to reveal what can truly fix the crystal heart.
Restoring a relic like this is magic way beyond one spell. You need to combine it with something else. Something unique to the relic itself. Something that strengthens it and provides it with power.
The crystalline!
Sure enough, the whole thing goes off without a hitch and the Crystal Empire is safe. Hey, they even brought back the crystal pony designs for every pony. You know, that thing that the whole fandom loved back in season 3. And so the episode ends with Twilight and Shining's parents arriving and finally meeting the baby, who they finally give a proper name, Flurry Heart. Starlight and Sunburst finally become friendly with each other again and promise to keep in touch, and Spike reassures Twilight that she still has a ways to go, but that she will make a darn good friendship teacher for Starlight.
I just wish I could have given my pupil the attention she deserves.
I know she needed to be put on the right path, but giving her the space to make her own decisions worked pretty well. Isn't that how Celestia taught you?
You know, I never thought about it, but I guess it is.
Maybe you're a better teacher than you thought.
Okay, stepping a bit out of character here. Overall, I thought this episode was incredibly meh. Compared to some of the other premieres the show has had, this one feels like it had just a lot of stuff going on and it was juggling a bunch of different subplots back and forth. Like, I would argue all the season premieres before this were pretty straightforward. It felt like there weren't too many subplots going on and too many characters to juggle between. Starlight's redemption arc and her trying to reconnect with Sunburst, and that felt like they were just ramming home, oh yeah, she's a main character now. Yeah, the villain of the last season, yeah, guess what? Main character now, deal with it. And while I do think they eventually got a better grasp of Starlight as a character as the show went on, it feels like they were jumping the gun a little too much. I'm not gonna say it was impossible for them to redeem Starlight because they already did with Sunset Shimmer and they did a way better job of that. And then you got the stuff with the baby, which felt super gimmicky. I remember a lot of people really didn't like that at first. It was like, oh no, it's pulling a Fairly Odd Parents. They're introducing a Cousin Oliver character to keep the show on life support. It's easy to say that that didn't age well in hindsight because really, like I said earlier, they didn't really do a whole lot with Flurry Heart as a character as the show went on. Aside from a handful of episodes, she really didn't add anything to the rest of the show. So the fact that that character got a whole 2-part episode dedicated to her feels just kind of like, oh, well, it didn't really mean anything in the long run. As far as what I would say compared to other premieres, I think I'd probably put this maybe on par with the 4th season's premiere, where it's not that it's god-awful, it's just nothing great, especially compared to some of the better premieres that the show's had. Like, even compared to the season 5 premiere, I didn't think this one was as good. I didn't think it was as good as the first 3 season premieres. I even preferred Crystal Empire more than this one. I don't know if I can say it's the worst of the bunch, considering we still have to look at the premieres for seasons 7, 8, and 9 and see how those fare up, but as of now, yeah, I'd say this is definitely one of the weaker ones. And it's not that it's god-awful, it's just like, meh. Also, it doesn't help that around this point, I was starting to lose interest in MLP, so yeah, that's definitely going to make reviewing season 6 and season 7 fun throughout the course of this year.
What I mean to say was A++, 5 stars, 10 out of 10, perfect premiere. Every episode of this show is fantastic. Next time we'll be looking at another one of these episodes that the fandom doesn't seem to be too fond of. That episode being Newbie Dash. Until then, I'm the Pony Fanboy. I fanboy over ponies and you just listen.
Bugs Bunny sneaking up music.